electricity no Good afternoon, welcome to VANIK-IAS. Let's discuss objective questions. First is Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC. Consider the following statements with reference to Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC. All decision making in the forum requires complete consensus only. Complete consensus only. Even members with a Muslim majority can join the organization. OIC carved out 10-year program of action ending with 2025, which calls for measures to combat all aspects of terrorism globally. So, which of the following statements are correct? See, all decision making, whenever you see statements like only, then there are chances that they are wrong. Here it is also wrong. That it's not all decision making forum requires complete consensus. Whenever there is no consensus, there may be 2/3 majority consensus, right? So that decision can be taken if 2/3 majority of OIC voted for a particular resolution. If so far statement is wrong. Second, even members with a Muslim majority can join the organization. Yes, even member with a Muslim majority can join the organization, but India is not a organization, not a member of OIC. Right? India has not joined OIC. Next, OIC carried out 10-year program. Yes, it has a 10-year program of action ending 2025 to combat all aspects of terrorism globally. So here 2 and 3 options will be right answer. Next. With reference to Financial Action Task Force, FATF, consider the following statements. The decision making body FATF meets once in every year. No, it meets thrice in every year. Right? It meets thrice in every year. 3 times, that is wrong. It is 3 times every year. FATF decision making body meets 3 times every year. Currently, North Korea and Iran are the only countries in the blacklist of FATF. Yes, this statement is right. Only North Korea and Iran, they are in blacklist, and Pakistan, Libya are the only countries in the grey list. No, this is wrong. There are many countries which are in the grey list of Financial Action Task Force, like Pakistan, Ethiopia, Iraq, and Yemen, Serbia, Syria, Sri Lanka. They are in Tunisia. They are in. So grey list is very long. That means you are not completely against even terror funding or money laundering. such type of activities, illegal activities. So that is a grey list, right? It is between. So the word grey and black list do not exist in the official fact of lexicon. Yes, this is right. So 2 and 4 options are the right answers. Okay. Then Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. Ramsay-Hunt syndrome is a neurological disease caused by a virus. Right. Iran is treated with. It can be treated with steroids. It can be treated with steroids and antiviral drugs. It can lead to chickenpox in those who are not vaccinated for the disease. See which of the statements are not correct. So first statement is it is correct. It is a neurological disease. It is common news because pop singer Justin Bieber is suffering from this neurological disease, that is Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. It is caused by a virus. Yes, it is a viral disease. So first statement is right or correct. Next is it can be treated by steroids and antiviral drugs. Yes, it can be treated by steroids and antiviral drugs, and it can lead to chickenpox in those who are not vaccinated with the disease. So all the statements are right here. So none of which are, all the statements are correct. So none of the above are the answer. None of the above are incorrect. Right. See the symptoms of they may clear facial palsy or paralysis. This such palsy or paralysis, such virus may create facial palsy or paralysis, temporary facial palsy, and nerves may get inflated, lose their ability to function. Neurological disorder, nerves may inflated, may get inflated, and lose their ability to function, lose their ability to function. There are, remember, there are 12 cranial nerves in the body. Ramsay-Hunt syndrome is viral infection. It is impacting the 7th cranial nerve. It is an extremely rare disorder. So your answer is O. That is none of the above. Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. Okay. Consider the following statements with respect to animal vaccine for COVID-19 known as Oncovax. Right? Animal vaccine. It is inactivated vaccine developed using an infectious part of the Delta variant. Inactivated vaccine, infectious part of Delta variant. This is right. It can prevent the transmission from companion animals to human. Yes, it can prevent the transmission from companion animals to human. This is also right. This is the first COVID-19 vaccine for the animals developed in the world. No, this is wrong. It is first COVID-19 of India, that is Oncovax for the animals. So that will prevent transmission of COVID-19 virus from animals to human. It is an inactivated vaccine developed using the infectious part of Delta. This is also right. But third statement is wrong. It is not the first vaccine of it is not the first vaccine of world. It is first vaccine of India, right? But before it, Russia has developed the first vaccine for the animals against COVID-19. That is Carnivac-Cov. Russia Carnivac-Cov. This is the medicine developed. This is the vaccine developed by Russia before India's Oncovax. Right. Next. In which of the following schemes should an expectant mother register herself to avail quality health care at no cost during pregnancy as well as the postpartum period? Right. सुरक्षित मातृत्व आश्वासन. सुरक्षित मातृत्व आश्वासन. This is a scheme for mother for quality health care and no cost during the pregnancy. that is Surakshit Matritva Ashwasan, right? Okay. Which the following controlled environment agriculture technology must be used in a very high water scarcity and high degraded soil? Very high water scarcity and high degraded soil. In that case, you will use atmoponics. The environment, the agriculture technology is called as atmoponics, that is used right in extremely scarcity and high degraded soil. Atmoponics. Next. Open skies treaty. With respect to open skies treaty, consider the following statements. A member state can spy on any part of the host nation with the latter consent. Yes, it can see. Yes, any part. Open skies treaty. Any part of the host nation with the latter's consent. With the consent, a member state can spy. All even member states are the signatories of open skies treaty. See, whenever you see all, then there are chances that that is wrong, right? Here also, all members are not the member of Open Skies Treaty. India is not a member. Right? India is not a member of Open Skies Treaty. Okay. The US and Russia have withdrawn from the treaty. Yes, this statement is also right. US and Russia have withdrawn from the treaty. So 1 and 3, all the options, 1 and 3 options are right. The 7th answer is C. Why it is established? It is established for aerial surveillance system. Aerial surveillance system over all the countries. Right. Surveillance flights will be allowed for it over each other territory. For example, India can send the members who join this organization. They can, that means they will allow aerial surveillance system. It came into effect it is signed in 1992. Signed in 1992. Came into effect in 2002. Rich Open Skies Treaty. With respect to United Nations Security Council, consider the following statements. Under the Charter of United Nations, all member states are obligated to comply with the Council decisions. Yes, all member states are obligated to comply Council decision. UNSC, because UNSC is the highest decision-making body of United Nations. Each member of the Security Council shall have one vote. Yes, UNSC has 5 permanent members. UNSC has 5 permanent members and 10 temporary members. So each one has one vote. The decision of the Security Council is on procedural matters shall be made in affirmative vote of 10 members. See the decision making body of IS either if any permanent member, there are 5 permanent members of UNSC, and if they do not want, in case of any issue, then that cannot be passed. They can issue even they can impose their veto power, right? For example, China imposed its veto power in case of Masood Azhar case. Masood Azhar is a terrorist of Pakistan, and India and USA they wanted to declare Masood Azhar as a terrorist, but China didn't agree. So China imposed vote power in case of UNSC, right? So it's not 10 members, it's 9 members. Affirmative votes of 9 members is taken, right? Each member has one vote. So 1, 2 options are right. Which is the following South American country are parts of lithium triangle, right? Lithium triangle, now lithium ion battery is very important, right? They are used in every mobiles, lithium ion batteries. So they are, so that's why it is in news. So which of the following South American countries are part of lithium ion triangle? Lithium ion triangle consists of Chile, Bolivia. It consists of Chile, it consists of Bolivia and Argentina. So 1, 2, 3 are the answer. Chile, Bolivia, Argentina, these are the three countries which are the members of lithium ion triangle. Right. Okay. Lithium is a chemical element Li. Its atomic number is 3, right? Hydrogen, helium, lithium, and it is soft and white alkali material. It is very useful in case of making standard conductors or battery. All these things can be created from lithium. So 1 and 3, 1, 2, 3 are the answer. Next. Consider the following. Consider the following: longitudinal aging study of India. Longitudinal aging study. The National Program for Healthcare of Elderly has undertaken longitudinal aging study of India. Yes, this is right. Then National this longitudinal aging study of India is a full-scale national survey of scientific investigation of the health, economic, and social determinants and consequences of population aging in India. So this is both 1 and 2 are the answer. Then we'll discuss some prelims topic. Okay, Ramsayon syndrome. Recently we discussed Ramsayon syndrome. Why it was affected pop sensation Justin Bieber, right? He got paralyzed in his face, one side of his face. Ramsayon syndrome. It is neurological disease that can cause by varicella zoster, causes inflammation of nerves involved in facial movements. It causes inflammation of nerves involved in facial movements. When the nerves get inflamed, they lose their ability to function, leading to temporary facial palsy or paralysis. Right? That means that facial muscles in the infected person not necessary receive signals to function properly. Paralysis means they will not receive signals to perform properly. What are the symptoms of Ramsayon syndrome? Symptoms are painful, rash, blisters around the ear, facial paralysis at the same side. Patients also report hearing loss in the ear, but that has been impacted apart from ringing sounds, not inability to close the eyes, cause dryness. So there is various symptoms like facial paralysis and dryness, and also red rash around the ear. Okay, next. Rash on eardrum, ear canal, and ear rope. earlobe. So all over there will be rashes. Rashes can also from mouth and tongue. It causes weakness of one side of the face and causes difficulty closing on the one side. Eating as food falls off from the affected side. This is drooping of the face. Right. So facial paralysis may develop because of this virus. Next, what is the virus that causes Ramsayon syndrome? This is varicella zoster virus. Varicella zoster virus is very important for prelim. The same virus that causes chickenpox and shingles. Chickenpox and shingles, all same virus is caused by chicken. Also, the region of chickenpox and shingles is varicella zoster virus. It can cause Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. According to US Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the virus belongs to hypervirus group and can stay in the body as the latest infection. The virus can stay dormant in a person's body and can review again to attack the nerves. According to doctor, V can get reactivated due to weakening of the immune system. So whenever the immune system get weakened, this VRV virus, that is varicella zoster virus, it may get activated. Stress is also considered a trigger. Trigger, according to some studies, the, the that depresses immune system. Some reports also suggest that the T cell dysfunction may cause by coronavirus infection. The infection can reactivate VZV. So reactivate VZV. So VZV can be activated, but is it can reawaken and that will attack the and that will create the problems like inflammation or facial paralysis. What is the treatment for Ramsay-Hunt syndrome? What is the treatment for Ramsay-Hunt syndrome? It is treated using antiviral drugs, steroid and physiotherapy. Treated using antiviral drugs, steroid and physiotherapy. Steroids and antiviral drugs are the cornerstone of the treatment. Facial exercises is very important. Facial exercises because there is facial paralysis, right? So facial exercises are very important. Parents need to protect their eyes. When the one eye does not close. There is chance of developing corneal aberration. Right? One eye does not close. There is chances of developing corneal aberration. Patient must see teardrops and use eye protection. They should wear eyeglasses when they go out. Tape the eye that has been infected when they sleep at night. Right? So it is developing the problem of eye. Right? If one eye is does not close, then that is the problem that is developed. Right? So Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, it is used by treating antiviral drug and physiotherapy. Is Ramsay-Hunt syndrome contagious? The disease is not contagious, but it can lead to chickenpox and those vaccinated in the disease. It can lead to chickenpox in those who are not vaccinated in the disease. Right. Till the blister scab fall off, the patients are advised to avoid contact with those who low immunity, right? And ones who have not had chickenpox, not vaccinated against it. Those who have not vaccinated against chickenpox, those who have low immunity, and those do not have vaccine chickenpox, there is high chances that they will suffer from chickenpox. Just a minute. Next, aviation sector. Aviation sector has been a steady growth in the last few years. However, continues to face multiple challenges. So, how it is improving and what is the steady growth? And first, you must qualify the statement. Then you will discuss what are the multiple challenges faced by aviation sector. Civil aviation industry has emerged as one of the fastest growing industries in India. Yes, fastest growing industries in India. It has undergone huge transformation following liberalization of the aviation industry in India. Like, so we are gradually liberalizing the aviation industry by selling the old aviation sectors who are even every year which are in loss. Then so there is liberalization. That's why it is become fastest growing industries. According to Directorate of General Aviation, India's air passenger traffic has grown by 14 million in 2001 to 140 million in 2017. So within this 17 years, it has within this 17 years it has gone by 100 times. Sorry, it is gone by 10 times than the it has increased by 10 times in just 17 years. So problem affecting the aviation sector. What are the problems? First is policy policies. The successive governments do not come up with a long-term vision for the airline industry. Long-term vision is essential for the airline industry. Okay. Then the airline industry has left to be fend for itself and serve the elite class in the selected metros. Elite class in the selected metros, the airline industry has been left to fend. It will work as well, right? Uh, okay. High taxes. High taxes on aviation turbine fuel and maintenance repair. Overall, MRO it has increased. The taxes of fuels has been increasing continuously so far as aviation fuel is concerned. And rupee depreciation, since airline pay in dollar in terms of service, rupee depreciation and exchange rate fluctuation reduce their profitability. So as they pay in dollar, that means it's like an import. So whenever rupee becomes weak, that hampers the import. Whenever rupee becomes strong, that promote the exports, right? So the rupee depreciation is also another range of affecting the aviation sector. Okay. Next, price sensitive market. India is a price sensitive market where competing airlines and find it difficult to hike ticket prices. Very high competition is there. So that is price sensitive market, and they are based on price. Wherever there is low price, people go to there, right? So what happens by them? By that moral hazard may happen. Suppose somebody is producing a better samosa and it is taking 10 rupees, and at the same time somebody is taking a similar samosa with low quality. It is 8 rupees. Then what will happen? Most of the customers will go to this, right, but is with lower price. But the fact is that he has given quality so far as safety, quality and everything, so people are not going towards him. So this creates the problem of moral hazard, and that is one of the price sensitive market. When the price become too competitive, then that is harmful for the customers as well. The sustainability of UDAN scheme, the regional connectivity, has spurred the host of regional airlines to come out of existing operators to enter regional flying. The UDAN scheme is also founded by levy on passengers. The funds collected are then used to subsidize the UDAN routes. The recently indicators that they are all UDAN routes have been built, are flown. There is likely to be a functioning deficit. So sustainability UDAN scheme, it is very successful against so far as regional connectivity is concerned, but there may be a funding deficit in case of UDAN scheme. Next, center has allowed 100% FDI airlines. 100% center has allowed 100% FDI in airlines. So it is and about capped for at 49% if a foreign carrier wants to invest in Indian firm. Aviation is highly capital intensive business and FDI costs prevent from acquiring new technology and best practices. So our center has liberalized FDI sector, but it has given cap at 49%. That means 59% will be the owner of government of India, so that government of India will regulate the development of airlines, right? So for it has now attracting the foreigners to carry out and to invest in the aviation sector. Then archaic rules like route disposal guidelines, the mandate airlines to fly certain percentage of flights in smaller, unprofitable and rule-based drive up cost and introduce efficiencies. So there are many archaic rules that need to be addressed, that need to be abolished. That is route disposal guidelines that mandates airlines to fly certain percentage of flights in summer in smaller unprofitable air routes, drive up cost and introduces efficiency. So that also these archaic rules they also pose a threat. So conclusion, in as India position itself to lead a play dominant role globally, aviation sector cannot be overlooked. So each and every sector need to be strengthened. Aviation sector cannot be overlooked, especially at a sector that is a growth of multiplier, including economic output, jobs, trade, and enabled via continued connectivity. But this growth is materialized sustainability policy intervention necessary. National aviation policy was in right step in the direction, but the aviation sector needs more investment. So it is playing dominant role in global market. Okay, one more issue we'll discuss briefly. That is regarding financial action task force. Okay, financial action task force. It is I heard of the plenary session financial task force, global financial watchdog from June 14 to June 17 in Berlin, Pakistan, which continues to face economic crunch, hoping for respite from the removal of financial action task force grey list, because Pakistan is placed in the grey list. Whenever a particular country placed in grey list, it do not get investment, and there is huge money is expenditure. It do not get investment usually, and huge money expenditure occurs, right? Okay, financial action task force is a international watchdog or financial crime such as money laundering or terror financing. Money laundering, terror financing. Remember, the money laundering and terror financing, they constitute 95% of the corruption. 5% is the corruption from in normal cases, right? 80 to 95% of the corruption comes from money laundering and drug addiction, right? There are two major problems. So this is international watchdog, crucial crimes such as money laundering and terror financing. The FATF is controlling them. It was established in G7 summit 1989 Paris to address the loopholes of the global forum of financial system. The loopholes of global forum financial system after the member countries raised concerns about growing money laundering activities. There are money laundering activities. For example, these terrorist organizations, they take money from foreign funding and they create terrorist activities. So if their money is controlled, if their money transaction is controlled, if the practices like money laundering is controlled, there we can control the terrorist activities, because now they have developed to transnational terrorist activities, not regional terrorist activities, right? So anti-terror financing is a main focus area of these peaceful democracies. This was later broadened into restricting the funding of weapons of mass destruction. Right, restricting the funding of weapons of mass destruction. Currently, there are 39 members. The decision-making body, effectively known as plenary, meets thrice a year. The decision-making meets thrice a year. That is called as plenary, right? So this is all about financial action task force. So the lectures ends here. And like this video, share this video, subscribe to VANIK-IAS. Thank you.